Welcome back, everybody. Here, map number 2, FlipSid Tactics pick, and it will be Cobble. They'll also have to bust out all of the tactics, as this is must-win right now. EFrag taking their pick of Cash, a pick that FlipSid is probably someone happy to see as well, as the map they are playing quite often. But here we go, into the pistol already. Very, very heavy presence out towards B from EFrag, with only Spy Leader looking to push out and gather some of that information. We can see on X-Ray 2 people hiding and just waiting for that. So beautifully played there. Bondic gets the opening frag on the round. A now completely undefended, but the Terra still moving slow. There's not too much of a surprise. We saw FlipSid play this map pretty slow the other day up against Hellraisers, and by the other day I literally mean yesterday. NKL has made his rotation back over. It looks like FlipSid, are they trying to set up another trap? Another CT looking for information, perhaps going to get shut down here. And it's going to be NKL that moves in and finds him. That flash will have to turn from it, and he will not find a kill here, even at the end, taking out the knife in desperation. World Edit brings it down. Bondic finding one at the cross. Let's see, Bubble and Dreamer, the only two up right now in a 2 versus 5. They've got Kevlar, a kit, and a grenade between the two of them. And they will be going for this. Bubble already taking some damage. Dreamer trying to get in through that vent. He'll jump and spot Blade. Davkov takes out Bubble on the other side of things. Dreamer now in a pretty difficult spot. Will he even be able to find a kill? And no, he will not. Flawless round here for FlipSid. Markelov taking no damage, getting no frags. Easy round for Markelov.
I feel like NKL made himself a liability, becoming the A anchor, and then getting so aggressive down in lower A that led into a round after they lost Spy Leader, who I think was kind of the linchpin of the round. They're also getting aggressive and then dying without trading out. I mean, they're counting on him to get information foremost, and then like hopefully getting a kill. But I think more than not staying alive, and he didn't do any of those things. I mean, he got information, but it was kind of pointless because he died so early that like anything could have happened. And then we had NKL pushing to lower, and then also look information, but it was so late that like FlipSid were already congregating towards a slow A take, and he really had no chance to get a frag or even fall back. It was like, I felt like it was just a really risky decision to just push in that late, when it would have been much better to stay alive, play those far angles, and just try to hit your shots and wait for rotates.
Well, they've done pretty well on this round with those upgraded pistols. There were some flashes from FlipSid out onto that CQ ramp. They didn't really commit on them. Now NKL with that 5-7 still in a battle with World Edit, who gets flashed by his teammate. Then NKL just capitalizes on that. It'll be Davkos versus NKL here. 40 seconds to go. Angle now 35. His bomb will be planted. Davkos out in the open. He doesn't have that AK. It's actually kind of scary for NKL to stay behind this door. And actually, as he peeks out, Davkos will just find him anyways. So 2 kills for him. And another round, but that one coming a bit close.
Yeah, Davkos really wanted that kill, flashing his teammate to make sure he can get all the glory. And that did come in with the round, so I guess it's all well and good between them. But
yeah, it would have been really awkward if Davkos lost that 1v1.
Yeah. EFrag opting to buy. Wow, after a force up.
That's EFrag.
They are not expecting. Okay, this is what EFrag did, right? They bought, and then after they won versus Armor, they decided not to upgrade anything. Remember that last match?
Yeah.
So I think they're expecting FlipSid to do the exact same thing, but FlipSid rebought everything and are on low nades. So this Falmus buy, I don't think they would have bought these Falmuses if they thought that FlipSid were going to buy up. But
yeah,
they know
if
that
they knew what FlipSid had right now, they probably wouldn't have done it.
Yeah, but they smell blood, right? They know they got so many kills last round. If we win this round, they're going to be super poor, but they're really not hoping to see AKs in this situation. This is not a good situation for EFrag whatsoever.
And already, though, but they've bust out this boost, which is definitely going to guarantee at least 1 kill. And now that Markelov is trying to get that position, Spy Leader's able to slide over to find the frag on a Markelov, so they do trade effectively right there. And now you've got 1 less AK. Actually, I was about to say there's still a Tech 9, but now that gets erased. The Spy Leader finds Davkov, but World Edit and Bondic doing a nice job there. 2-on-1, though, and the FAMAS, the spray down, it will work.
Was that not even called for Bondic? Like, World Edit just died lower mid to someone who was looking right in the face, and Bondic came around upper A and didn't even, like, check that spot. Like, it seemed like World Edit just completely didn't call that whatsoever.
Maybe he, I don't know, maybe he didn't actually see, because it is a pretty severe angle. I would have thought Deathcam would have spotted him, but...
Right into him. He was looking right in his face.
Oh, you mean in the lower
I think he didn't
area?
know where. I think he didn't know where Bondic was. Like, he didn't know he was that close, so it was like super important to call that right away or something. But yeah, ended up getting killed. I'm sure.
Flip side going for a force up of their own here. Now the buy from eFrag actually still not that great, right? At least they got the AK on Dreamer, but there are still 3 FAMAS here on the playing field. Now Dreamer does find Bondic, and oh, Bubble definitely wanted to get that one, but World Edit will best him. 4 on 4. Blade, he's working around that wrecking goal. Dreamer still trying to hold on the other side of the bomb site. Spy Leader for the clothesline Blade. Dreamer now able to peek up and bring down World Edit. Marklov trying to get out into that connector. Victor there waiting, and Spy Leader to find Davkos. So 2-2, and well, as we normally see, not caring about their money, willing to burn right through to get out to those early rifles. A lot of times it'll fall flat, but so far working out for eFrag.
Yeah, their force fight did pay off. It was pretty risky. Some trades were made, but they ended up hitting all their shots with their promises, and now are definitely reaping the benefits. That flip side on a save, are able to most likely take an early lead on their CT side of Cobble. Great sign for them. I mean, you know, they do have such good aim that they should probably think about force flying as much as possible, considering they just don't play that well on CT side in general. So, and you know, just throwing a lot of money at your rounds might not be the correct answer either. So giving yourself more opportunities to win rounds, I think it's a better philosophy. So I think that makes a lot of sense with how they're doing it.
And then they'd pretty much dodged there. Bubble, though, going to find $600 over towards that B side. He touched down World Edit, who was the only one there. We can see all of the other 4 for FlipSide working into the A bomb site. Victor waiting in stables. He will find 1, even a second, and a third. Using 23 bullets, finding the 3 kills, and NKL to find Blade. So all to survive. Let's see what Bubble wants to do. Will he get off this UMP? Yeah, I feel like he should. If anything, Victor could just drop him. He's got like 8K. Oh, Bubble.
He hears you, but he's not listening.
No, he is not listening.
They did say, I mean, they did this even when they knew they were going up against a buy on cash, and ended up getting to like the MP7 as well. So I guess he's pretty confident. And here he is playing close to the smoke, looking to get a 1-for-1.
Isn't this exactly how? I mean, we didn't see it, but over looking at the radar, it seems like this is exactly where Bubble played the last round where he killed World Edit. Will it work again? World Edit is gonna check that. Bubble was blind, but he still heard the sound approaching, so he kind of tried to play off of that, but he'll go down.
I don't know how he heard sound.
That's true. I mean, it seemed like he reacted to it, but now that you say that, that does make sense. 3 on 3 though. Dreamer finds Davkos. Spy Leader still lurking around. No one in B. So CTs are already on the retake coming in through long B, 2 of them. Spy Leader going to go through the door. He'll find Bondic out. It actually will bring him down, but far back at the site. Spy Leader doesn't quite figure it out in time. He's left in the 1-on-2. He had a pretty clear shot actually on Markelov. He just didn't see him. It's tough. Oh, Markelov will actually go down. He's trying to jiggle peek, but World Edit wasn't really there. Maybe didn't have the same idea. And he'll go for the tap. World Edit making that noise, moving around the other side. Will shoot his gun, and okay, well, actually finds Spy Leader, but that was a close one.
Yeah, I think he would have just won that round. When World Edit cleared that, when World Edit cleared that side, I feel like he should have just stayed on it. But I don't know. Spy Leader really knew where he was and just committed to walking the whole time, so I can understand how he caught him off guard there. But important frag. Obviously, I think Markelov shouldn't have died, but.
Agree.
Sometimes that happens. And yeah, you know, I think the biggest issue with Dreamer in that round was not necessarily that he had a UMP, but he played the exact same spot as he did last round in submission. Or Bubble, sorry. I'm bad with names.
That's fine. It's tough. But yeah, I agree. I mean,
all these CTs,
whatever.
man, they look the same.
Keep the UMP if you want, because we know that this was going to be what they wanted to do anyways. Just go for the full rifles again in round 7 because they have the cash for it, but they played the exact same spot. It's a bit crazy.
I think he was like sitting in front of the smoke and he was going to just take a duel right away, but then decided to change up and like go back to that spot, like out of fear.
Wow.
That was a good trade.
Blade through the smoke, just tags Dreamer to 9, didn't even see him. I don't think he heard him either. Just took a shot, but then makes that noise and is immediately traded out. So now into the 4-on-4. Bondic though, and is this towards, no, that's just out long B. Finding 2 kills. It's going to be up to NKL to get at least 1. This grenade might finish it off. 2 HP. And yeah, it will. However, he's still brought down. That leaves Spy Leader all alone and on this massive map that is a Cobble to just go ahead and save. Or did he choose? Oh, Harry Potter room. Good choice.
I think he feels like Harry Potter right now.
Definitely. He's probably cosplaying Harry Potter right now on TeamSpeak.
That kill from NTL, that was like one of those really important kills, like 3v2 situation, only person on the site. If he gets a kill, the bomb doesn't go down and he's alive and it's 2v2. Instead he dies, bomb goes down, 3v1, other player can't rotate, and the round is lost. It's like, man, sometimes that happens, like, where it's just like one kill. It's so important.
And now the money for eFrag is in a rough spot. They'll drop some, or rather just buy up their own upgraded pistols here, a grenade, and they'll leave Spy Leader still with a full buy, see what he can do on this round. But even looking at the money, it's pretty low. I don't think they'll double eco, mainly because of their eFrag. They still had enough for that smoke, so that'll stop FlipSid, and maybe keep them wondering about what exactly eFrag does have, since they were able to still drop that smoke there. The 3 towards B and 2 spread out. For FlipSid, that's Staff Cost and Blade out towards T middle, trying to look into that mid room. And oh, Blade almost getting caught off guard and almost brought down. It's to 20 HP right now.
Be definitely the harder site to hit on eco, but if you can clear out drop for free, that's a great way to win around. Like here, it's so much easier. You have like so much. It helps your teammates out long get out really fast. Oh, you're Bondic having a little bit of a strafe duel there.
Yeah, that was pretty funny. He was waiting forever. I thought he was going to get the pop flash from his teammate to just go ahead and clear that room out safely. Bubble's still in a good spot to do some damage, but is denied. And Dreamer just chilling, pretending to be a chicken over here. I don't think he's going to be able to sell that. But it has gone unchecked. Even still, World Edit will find him. Only Bondic to fall. FlipSid now taking that lead 5-3. And it will be important for eFrag to get a few more rounds. I do feel that this map is still slightly T-sided. And it was FlipSid's pick, so you'd expect them to feel a bit more confident on it. They're probably hoping for like 9 rounds T-side.
Yeah. No, for sure. I think eFrag, as long as they maintain like a ratio similar to what they have right now, like they'll be fine. They don't want like 2-1, but like if they got, if eFrag managed to get 6 rounds in this half, I think they might honestly be okay with a pistol, or even without. But at the same time, you can't sleep on FlipSid, so it's a tough one. This is kind of interesting. eFrag aren't playing on both sides of the drop, so they're actually playing 2 in this room. It's like a bait strategy to like get a kill, but I think their 4-man spy leader is playing the connector and is going to be a fast rotate to, if they start to throw stuff and drop, to come and watch the back exit of it, because if they don't, it could be a split A that they can't stop.
Yeah, that is true. To put double up on that side, it can make things a little bit risky, because it's very easy to go drop to A and just catch that 1-man off. In this case, you said Spy Leader, who's there at the doors on the quicker rotate, and Victor is starting to... Actually, is he just playing close up? Yeah, he's playing one of those cheeky spots outside of the mid room. Or water, I guess, as a lot of people call it as well. Oh, there's that Molotov I love to see coming out. Unfortunately, it's not quite big enough to force someone off the rectangle there entirely, so he's able to move out of position for a bit, and then now back behind the tree. And because that Molotov went out, it might go unchecked. It's going to be up to NKL. He'll find one, and a little bit of damage to another. So I think he did a pretty good job there on the drop. That's 3-on-3 now as Bubble finds another. Oh, Dreamer getting world edit. Blade finds Bubble, finally taking him off of that tree. 2-on-2 right now. Everyone with 100 HP. Rifle and an op as well on both teams. So this will be a fun one to watch. Blade's going to go forward. That's a very, very hard shot onto Dreamer. Dreamer actually will bring them both down.
Yeah. Obviously, Bubble again, like, another super important 2 kills there from the tree, and that's why that spot is so good. Now, they threw that Molotov and then decided to execute late because they thought, okay, we'll just Molotov the tree so that no one stands on there, and then we'll execute in the site. We're not worried about trying to kill him while he's running through a Molotov on the tree. We're just going to toss it up there and then execute after. At first I was confused about how that would work, but then Bubble just ended up pushing to the front of the tree and like just standing up there.
Yeah.
Like totally stood strong and didn't expect a fast execute, which was smart by him. Oh, and now Bondi comes out with the entry into drop. This could be a quick round.
Oh, Spy Leader actually does connect on that shot. Unfortunately, it was just the leg. Oh, Bubble able to clean up, and whoa, Spy Leader going flying. 2-on-2 once again. Bomb has been picked back up and will be going down in the site. They've smoked off the doors. Victor Oh, they're going to boost one back up so Dreamer can go ahead and take an approach from long B. Victor, meanwhile, will come through drop. They'll have to wait a bit longer since they did Molotov him. But I like the strategy. Good teamwork there from eFrag. Let's see if it'll pay off. Bondic still playing from behind that rock, and I think your other man is back in the chicken coop. And they're both going to go Dreamer once again.
Wow.
Wow. Okay, so apparently if you're going to plant in B, Dreamer needs to be dead.
I didn't think they'd win that round. I don't know how, even know how he saw both of them. But he did it, and the reverse boost to flank along B, so powerful because like typically the large flank or wherever the terrorist came from is the best way to retake the site on most maps. So for them to just know like, okay, we got to do this right now, even though it's like a 2v2 and the bomb's already been planted, to have the awareness to like, no, we just got to pull this off right away was good, and they made it so worthwhile. Dreamer just getting both frags on the site. I mean, didn't even need his teammate in that situation. Didn't even run a distraction or anything.
Yeah, I'm not even sure the other guy had to do anything. He was maybe shot at a little bit. I think that's about all he did. So Dreamer, 2 big rounds, 2 big retakes for eFrag, and that'll tie it up to the 5-5. We had a quick little pause. I'm not even sure why. I don't even want to know why, because it was that quick. And FlipSid now into a top spot. They've got Galils, they've got Tech-9, P250. Only 1 AK here. It is on Bondic. But Bondic, as we can see, sacrifices, having no grenades, and as Blade is trying to clear out that mid-room, Spider will take him down, and is able to fall back. And that man pushing up, that was Davkos, not quite quick enough to find the trade. 4-on-3 right now for the CTs. Oh, Bubble almost caught off guard. He wanted to turn back and focus there on World Edit, who will then later take him down and out of the round. World Edit still just with that P250, trying to work his way in and find Dreamer, who's been a threat here in the B site. I don't think he's going to be falling to the P250, and now it'll be Davkos with just the Galil coming in. Spy Leader's made his rotation over with the op, and, well, Dreamer will just like, once again, Spy Leader, I don't need your help. Stay in A.
The tree is so powerful. Like you can just pillar hug for the entire round. If you have a teammate there, like make sure no one can get on either side of you. There's no way to kill you through that tree unless you have an op. I assume.
It's fairly spammable, yeah.
You can use. Oh, you can spam it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think it does a ton of damage. Not that most spams do in this game. Probably get someone out from behind that tree with the Scar 20, chop the tree down.
Yeah, but yeah, I guess the worst part is that when you have like a spot like that, I mean, any pillar in the game.
I guess you can't do that on T side because you can't buy it.
You can stand behind it and then just absorb damage and then just peek out and like wreck somebody because you don't get any tagging.
It's kind of, yeah, it's pretty bogus, I'm going to be honest. I'm not a big fan of the current penetration and tagging system and how they interact with one another. It's like, oh, I know an opera's behind this thin wall. Let me just spray my clip into it because he should die. And then he just re-peeks you and you're like, awesome. I love my life. As, oh, Victor was there. Oh, but from the side, Bondic. That was a nice little kind of crossfire they had set up for the CTs. Bondic, though, was able to come out long since it wasn't being watched. He finds 1, but that is all he will find. Dreamer rotates over. And once again, this guy's got a 2K in like the last 4 rounds.
Yeah. eFrag are earning themselves a lot of saves, though. Like, I think in the last 4 rounds, they've gotten 2 saves out of FlipSid, so being able to string together rounds in a row has been key for them. They're able to maintain an op, a strong economy, free rounds in the saves, and FlipSid constantly have to work from behind just to try to string together a couple of P rounds. Not the situation they want to be in, versus eFrag, who they're probably going to have an easier time facing on their CT side. So now we're set up back in the default. World Edit gonna try to lurk out of B. Took 50 damage from a nade though already. Yeah,
and Spy Leader's been boosted up in that far back spot already. Oh, he's got a pretty good read on it, and World Edit has... We've seen him, you know, work in that area alone, as most teams will have just one player kind of do the dance out there and try to work it alone. And as he's going to fall back, Spy Leader will find him with the op. So World Edit's down. He's out of the round. It's a 5-on-4 now, and I mean, eFrag, 7 rounds is enough. They're looking for 8 here. Of course, that'll win them the half, but even now, they can still keep on pressing forward. FlipSid won't have the strongest of rounds. They are on the max bonus, but... Oh, Dreamer taking some damage, but Davkos still lower, down on 16 HP. Bubble to find Markelov. Now it's a 4-on-2. And the bomb is down, still up in that Dragon Lair. Oh, Bondic, wow. That kill looked like it came in a little bit late after he finished that spray, but he does find the kill onto Spy Leader, and Dreamer whiffing some bullets, but doesn't matter. Bondic caught on a reload, couldn't even fight back, and Davkos with 16 HP. Has the op. Let's see what he wants to try to do with this. Well, yeah, he's trying to try to save.
Yeah, the hardest thing for FlipSid is they really just want to play map control so badly, and they're having such a hard time
good spot to save.
Even doing that. Yeah, just sitting here.
Oh, please, Davkos, don't make me throw up.
But they're not even able to get like A control or anything except for drop. They've been able to get drop quite often, but you haven't seen any split A's. And then I think like they should probably try to do that at least once, because they're like, the way eFrag are playing it, they're leaving the backside of drop open as if they know that FlipSid almost never go out that way or something, because they aren't. And if they did, it would definitely work, I think.
So 2 more rounds left in this half. And, well, eFrag could do, you know, that would probably hurt FlipSid's morale a bit if they were to let eFrag get into the double digits, but Davkos, having preserved that op, saying, no, not going to happen. He finds the opening shot on the Spy Leader, and we saw, while it was CT side and it was on cash, anytime Davkos tends to get that opening kill, it greatly increases their chances. And also Davkos, I guess just because he saved it, keeping the op on the T side. Generally, it's World Edit opping on the T side, Davkos on the CT, but I guess the way that this game has went, he'll just be keeping it for himself. They will find that pick, but they still are playing it so incredibly slow. Here towards B, though, everybody here.
3 people to answer.
And up on the tree again, Bubble is not worried about this, right? And now they're going to be forced to wait even longer. That Molotov goes out after a couple flashes, another flash to go out, one coming in through drop as well. So they know they've got to be quite a few people here. You see Victor starting to make that play. He's pushing out of A and towards middle. Bubble, meanwhile, has found 2 from up on top of the tree. And they've taken it so slow. Now there's only 25 seconds to go, and it's a 4-on-2. This round is falling apart for FlipSid. It's only Markelov now. They hear him. They know exactly where he is. NKL out of bullets, but Bubble's there to find another one, and that'll be a 4th kill for him on the round. It's 9-5.
Yeah, B was just the wrong site to hit, and eFrag knew that it was going to come to them. I'm not sure what information was exchanged in that situation, but eFrag had the right setup to
Victor
answer.
was all the way pushed out long for a pretty long time that round.
Right. Yeah, he was actually outside and on the T side of long. Yeah, so yeah, like when it was 5v4 on the pistol and we had one person push out long A and get punished for it, then FlipSid congregated towards A, got another player who was looking for information, because that's what eFrag do when they're down a man. They were able to take the site, but because eFrag are so adamant about going for information even when they're at a man disadvantage, it could have easily been punished, most likely by FlipSid, who were up 5v4, instead ran just right into a stack kind of blind.
And eFrag, not scared to use the boost over here at the tree every single round, because it is such a powerful position. They've also this round put up Victor onside the boost over at A above the CT ramp, where we saw them win that first rifle round, where they got very aggressive on round 3 with just FAMAS and Kevlar, and that paid off, of course, for eFrag. Once again, buffing it out here. Let's see what FlipSid want to do. They have not been granted with an opening pick this time. Davkos doesn't have that op. My leader does, though. We'll have to see what happens. World Edit once again trying to do that little dance, work his way off that B platform. He got some damage onto Dreamer. Grenade going to go in. World Edit's taking about the same damage back. Both of them in the 40s. Victor, though, on top of the boost, will find 2 of them and be able to drop off, because now he's got to expect them coming the other way. Spy Leader, though, has that one covered. He'll find, well, just one of them, because Victor, he doesn't need no help, man. He's got it. 3K for him. Bubble on rotation. That's eFrag winning it 10-5. And if I'm FlipSid, I'm very, very nervous, because eFrag, I expected their CT side to collapse on this map, but their T side I would still expect to be very strong.
Yeah, they got outplayed like from a setup standpoint over and over again. eFrag did a really great job. First of all, just holding sites, like their Bubble on A and Victor, or Victor on A and Bubble on B. I think Victor on that last round was it the ace nice. Got those 2 frags, yeah. And he's played that spot a couple of times, but they didn't overplay spots too often. Like we saw them. We saw, I think it was Bubble with the UMP, right? Or Dreamer do it once. But apart from that, like they got away with playing tree every single time. I mean, they had no answer for that. I mean, they probably should just toss that Molotov off and try to
The
execute through
thing
it
is, they were
because
always buying on $3,400 because that was their max loss bonus. They weren't really able to get those Molotovs into their arsenal, you know.
right.
But I agree. I think if you throw that Molotov out, because we saw him, you either got to drop off or find a corner which is not behind the tree. And if you throw the Molotov and go quickly as a terrorist, then that player is going to be caught off guard. Maybe limited to just one kill, but certainly better than letting Bubble get 4 kills every single round.
Yeah, it just seemed to be like the most problematic spot for them, and he just played there every single time. It was like cool with it. And the thing is that like, yeah, you could say like they were force buying towards the end of that half, but there was like multiple saves as well. And on the rounds that they did buy, like we saw one of them Molotov the tree, and then they executed late, which didn't actually do anything, and then they didn't do anything to adjust from that in future rounds. I don't think they would have expected Bubble to just keep playing up there, but I mean, if you don't kill him, it's actually just a really great spot because not only do you have excellent cover, even though it's very thin cover, you have 2 sides to peek from, and you can fall off without dying after you find a frag almost whenever you want. They couldn't trade him at all, so they just needed a better way to deal with that. I think drop was the hotspot there that eFrag knew they didn't really have to play that heavily for some reason because they could play the outside and drop on B side. And FlipSid didn't really do a good job of exploiting it because they could have gone out and split. They could have even split B through the door, like if they wanted to jump out the window, go through the door. Instead, they would take drop and run right into eFrag's trap.
Yeah, and FlipSid, I mean, they usually just take it very slow as well, which was definitely their problem yesterday. It was able to still work out even against Hellraisers here on Cobble, but not eFrag. Again, the setups were just too strong, and now we flipped the tables. I'm actually very looking forward to watching eFrag try to get their entries out on towards this B site, as it can favor the terrorists, and see if those CTs for FlipSid can actually hold on. Davcost opting on the CT side. I think he generally takes it towards A, but of course you're an opper, so I'm sure they'll be able to move him around quite a bit. In this round, already a minute has ticked away. Dreamer now going to start looking out. He'll be immediately shot in the head, it looks like. Maybe through the wall because he didn't go down. And finally he will. eFrag getting 3 kills though. Dreamer and now Spy Leader have fallen. Davcost and World Editor up for FlipSid. World Edit barely. He did find 2 frags, but he's on 3 HP. He's got the bomb as well. That's going to be pretty strong. And Davcost will take down Victor, send him flying back through that window. Oh, but there's another one. NKL was in there as well. And now it's World Edit. He's got to do the impossible. Definitely knows Bubble is coming. On 3 HP, it's a little too much to ask of World Edit. So eFrag also finding the first pistol in the second half.
Yeah, pretty good from World Edit there to hold long B, get that first frag, and get the second one with 3 HP. Most he could do. Davcost almost brought it back as well with that one frag on player jumping out a drop, but I don't even know how eFrag got their kill so early. Either way, they just seem to be super strong on pistols, and that's a huge problem for FlipSid, who only has 5 rounds now.
See what eFrag want to do. They actually go for the 4 rifles here with just 1 MAC-10. Depending on how they use the MAC-10, I'm actually okay with this, and it seems like Spy Leader is going to be the one to push in and look for that information, try to get towards that mid-room. Exactly what he'll do. Spy Leader now moving up towards danger. There's only a man to his left. And he is going to be caught off guard, actually. Davcost able to bring him down. He'll stay on that CZ. Now NKL will work his way through it in this 4-on-4.
World Edit could not have played time there. There was 8 seconds. The bomb would have gone down. He would have had a retake.
I take it you're responding to chat.
Yeah.
All right, so 4-on-4. They're all going to group up eFrag here. Going to bring it back towards long A. NKL's got more or less the control of it. They will also have to watch the corners here on the left. And of course, Stables right here where Davcost is. Once again, playing close, trying to find a first frag. He will get the 1. Almost finds the second, but does run out of bullets, it looks like. He's got Bubble down to 5 HP. Victor finding Markelov, though, in the back. I thought it was actually kind of favoring FlipSid for a second there with the few people with armor and those upgraded pistols. Victor, though, still going to find another. He's done well for himself. Bondic running and trying to stop this plant from happening. Bomb will go down. He's picked up the AK. He's capped the bomb. He finds a second frag. Now just needs 1 more, but Victor with the Galil and picking up the 4K. How many 4Ks have we seen in the series?
Yeah, Markelov doesn't. If Markelov doesn't get shot in the back of the head there, he would have probably gotten a kill and also won the round. Like
Yeah,
that was crucial. But Efrag shot him in the back of the head. I mean, credit to them. They sent Victor out. It was Victor who came out lower A there.
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah, so that was just that. Like Markelov like checked his back for like 1 second and then turned around obviously to focus on long because he knew that was coming. And I'm sure he felt like, okay, here if I get this kill, it's over. But what do you do about someone coming out late behind you? So it was nice from Efrag. They always do a good job covering their bases on T side.
The D side is probably feared by most, I would think. I think Hale takes some damage, but it buys enough time that the other members can get in there up towards danger and find some frags. World Edit trying to fight long range here over towards long B, and Dreambolt will just take them both out. He says thanks for the kills. And now it's only Bondic 1v5 over towards drop window. Trying to maybe find one and take a gun into the next round. This is when you just send Spy Leader running and shooting across the map.
Now, FlipSid didn't invest heavily into the last round, so they were looking to buy out next, and I think that that's a good decision, but they really have like so much work to do. I think their CG side is going to be so much better than what we saw on T side, and I think they'll also offer themselves up a lot more kills when they have an op. But Efrag already, with the pistol and such a good half, are just so close to winning already that not even discounting how good their T side's going to be. Anyways, I think they're not going to have much trouble putting together these next 3 rounds. Dav, yeah, most likely just going to pick up an op and Blade with the FAMAS. Not a big deal.
So this is that very important round, because if FlipSid don't get this, they're straight up broke again, and that's going to be Efrag probably getting to a pretty easy match point and just having to win maybe another rifle round to close it out. So it's must-win territory for FlipSid already, but what do you know? Davkos gets that op, and as we've seen him do so many times, he finds that opening pick. He'll get down to Spy Leader. Victor, though, will even things up. World Edit's in a pretty interesting spot, but I think was spotted. Yeah, Bubble sees him, and that'll get that man advantage right back. 3-on-2 now. Davkos still in a good position, but that smoke will go down. He wants to take a shot through it. He just has to get a bit lucky. Bubble also just staying up on that platform. Blade, though, will actually find him. And I'm not even sure where... Oh, Dreamer's in the drop room, so he brings down Blade. So that trade comes out, and now it's a 1-on-2. Davkos, they've got no idea that he's worked his way in here. And he'll find him. We'll take the head off of Dreamer. Now he can only assume, and he gets a jumping shot onto NKL. What? Indeed.
I was just going to say save it, honestly. Like, there's no reason... There's no way for him to win that round if they wait for him to tap the bomb, and then he just ruins them. Like, I don't even know what to say. That was, like, unreal.
That was pretty unreal. I wanted to get in the GoTV chat. For anyone wondering who Hurricane spelled backwards is, that's the cameraman who was talking in chat. It's the only way he can really communicate with us, so it's definitely worthy of a what, that's for sure. He's pretty far away too, right? Like, I can understand maybe you go at a dust 2 and you get a jumping no-scope very close. And now maybe the tides are turning. World Edit able to get 2 with that FAMAS, and KO working his way out. Markelov is there to find a third for FlipSid. Gets in that 4-on-2. Bubble, though, still fragging. He's been pretty hot here in this match. Multiple 4Ks. He's got 19 frags, tied up with Dreamer. Even Victor with 18. Everyone actually doing quite well. World Edit, the highest fragger here for FlipSid with 17, and now it's Bubble. Won't be finding a 4K on this one, as he was left with a 1v3. But FlipSid fighting back.
Yeah, it looks like Efrag need a breather right now. I think it's definitely a good time for a pause if it is just to talk for a second. But what they wanted to do, Spy Leader's really low, and I think they invested in that round as a follow-up to the buy that they had where Davkos won that insane 1v2. And they most certainly shouldn't have won it, but that happens. And especially, like, the thing is, like, Dav hit that shot at that first shot, and it's like, okay, I peeked out for 1 second from drop just to take attention away from my teammate, and then got punished for it. It's like a decision you regret, but at the same time, it's like barely a bad decision. Like maybe he should just not have done it to 100%
He's
the
also
round,
maybe expecting his teammate to then peek out and get the frag behind it.
most likely, I'm sure he didn't communicate that. Like, oh, let's just both peek him because they didn't even know he was there, right? He walked up, and then and then obviously Drop was peeked, and then he saw Dab shot and then got punished for it. But that's the first moment that they saw him, so they didn't even know where he was. So they couldn't have asked
That's a good
for
point.
his teammate to peek right away. But it's just that Dab hitting that shot. Just, I mean, what do you like? Both of them, right? Crazy.
Well, the first one was understandable because I don't remember who it was in drop room actually decided to stop crouch and take that aim battle, right?
Yeah,
Like he
that
could have
was
easily
a
just
bad
strafed right
decision.
back and got behind the wall, and then
Right.
you've got the information and you've got your life, and now you've got a 2v1 where you know where this opera is, and then you can't account for the last shot. That was just, I mean, Davkos prayed to the CS gods.
Yeah, and
And
now
they
you have
granted him a wish.
E-Frag. And then FlipSide win that round versus Rifle. They win a second round, which was the bank round that E-Frag had. So it's like FlipSide needed to win that round just to stay in the game. Like they lose that round, they lose pretty much. And then they win that round. They win the follow-up round, which is hard because they're on low buy because Davkos won a 1v1. So it's like Thomas's and they all trade out. And now E-Frag they're up 13, but they're on a save. So it's going to be buy save, and E-Frag haven't shown that they can win a T round yet on a rifle. So
Well, if they full
they
save
come
here,
close at B, but
which
it
they're
only-
not because they're E-frag, they would have had a okay chance of maybe taking a rifle and having quite a bit left over still. Because I mean, Victor was up at like 4,200. Dreamer had quite a bit as well, but they go in for the Tech 9s. I'm surprised. I guess they just
Spy
want to make
Leader.
sure they're consistent. Everyone going for it,
I
but
don't know why Spy Leader bought armor.
yeah,
If
I
you-
would say Spy Leader and NKL and even Bubble were all pretty poor.
I mean, there's three of them at like one at a certain amount of money, and then one person with more money, and then Spy Leader with no money. So it's like you're not going to be even on your buy round.
And then for their sake, they better win it. Maybe I'm just too safe, but I would like to have seen them saved and just come out with another rifle around here. And they want to keep trying to put the pressure on, and who am I to criticize when Victor does something like that? Finding two, and now a third! Well, that's Victor for you, the nuclear threat. Blade gonna go down as well, and is it honestly about to just be the flawless round here? The fast and ferocious Tech 9s are just too strong for FlipSide to handle here. Davkos now with the op, going to try to scurry away and save it. He'll actually miss that shot, and Victor to get the 4K with the Tech 9. Picked up a FAMAS, says, nah, I'll use the Tech 9.
Yeah. No, I mean, like, that was like...
Nothing to analyze there, really.
Yeah, not really, but that's just a rage-inducing round, right? If you're FlipSide, you just lost, like, you just won your 2 rival rounds. You're going up against a force buy, which you're assuming is just going to be a full save, but either way are treating it like you don't have that much money, and still, like, lose all 3 entries on B site to a Tech 9.
Well, there you go. We saw some just Davkos things that round there. Just Tech 9 things, or even just CSGO things, for that matter. Tech 9 rather strong. Still rather strong. We'll see what happens after the upcoming major. If there will be any changes. But now it's going to be FlipSide onto those pistols again. Spy Leader going to bring down Davkos, but things looking pretty dicey here since... I don't know. I mean, the force buy, I didn't quite agree with it, but it still did make sense. Didn't expect them to win it, but if they had killed a few people, it still puts FlipSide in a pretty dangerous spot for their money. And obviously, since they won it, FlipSide had to save. So the high risk, high reward, at least it was there. A lot of times you'll see E-Frag go for that same force buy when FlipSide, let's just say they all had 10K loaded. And then it's like, you're going for this high risk play when there's literally no reward. So,
Yeah, it's like they spent on armor because they knew they had enough money on their next round to buy anyway or something, apart from Spy Leader.
Yeah. And it looks like it'll be an easy cleanup round here. Everyone's still hanging on to life for E-Frag. It's only Bondic alive. The CZ and a Flash. He's going to try to move in. He's passing the Dragon right now. And that's as far as he will get.
Did World Edit buy in this round? I don't know, the money hasn't loaded yet, but yeah, he bought last round, so they're just on tilt right now.
I mean, who wouldn't be?
I would be.
I'm
not
on
saying,
tilt, and I'm
I
just
do not
watching
blame
it.
them for being on tilt right now, but I would have even recommended like recommend. I'm not gonna say recommended. It sounds so like, but I would have even understood if they decided to force by last round like all of them, considering they just so much momentum just got taken from under them. And they're about to go on to match point. Oh, if he wasn't until last round.
Surprised he hasn't just left the server after that. We saw that actually. I can't remember who did it yesterday. Someone just,
yeah.
They were the last person alive in the last round. They just left. Like, damn, dude.
That was like 1v5.
Yeah, no, it wasn't even 1v5. It was like 1v3 or something. And just left.
Wow.
What was it? We casted yesterday. I should be. Well, I casted yesterday. I shouldn't say we. It was. I think it was eFrag that did it. It might have been Hellraisers that left out. Yeah, I think it was in the Hellraisers versus FlipSid, where FlipSid won that 2-1 to get into the lower bracket qualification round, which is what this is. And the one where, well, seeing how this goes, might be dropping out of it, losing 2-0 to eFrag, who have NKL getting this entry onto the A side. He's brought down Blade. Davcost is still here, though, in the back of the side with the op, and he could very well be the difference. He will hit Bubble. That drops the bomb down. Markelov rotating over, finds one on the NKL as well, and through the boards. Davcost going to bring down Dreamer. So now it falls on the Spy Leader in a 1 versus 3. It looks like FlipSid will be keeping this going a little bit longer. Bondic has been spotted inside of that little vent room here and taken out. That's the only place you can hide, so it was pretty obvious. And there it is, Davcost, man. And another 4K on the books here for this series. This has got to be some sort of record.
Huge presence at A. So the amount of 4Ks in a game.
Yeah, in a series. Like, it's insane.
Yeah, there are a lot of 4Ks. That's true. No doubt with that. It just insane impact there at A, and that first kill was just the most impressive and also the most important. He could have easily died there, looked away from his target, looked back, and hit that shot, and then ended up getting 3 more. I don't even think he needed to get any of those 3 other kills, but managed to do it and secure around. 7 more rounds though to go for FlipSid. They gotta just take it one at a time.
It's gonna be tough. And I tallied up. There has been 9 4Ks so far on these the first map and what we've seen of Cobble. Seems like a lot. 3 on 3 though. eFrag working their way in. They're gonna find world edits. Oh, Davcost of course with that op still up. And he's not gone down. He's taken some damage. The nade, that could be what decides it. But it takes a bad bounce on the front side of that rock. Davcost not taking any damage from it. Still trying to go out and get this peak here. Dreamer's caught in the open. Will be brought down by Blade and Spy Leader, who's been taking it slow. Just creeping up. Got no more spies to lead. Oh, I think he saw Blade jumping, but Blade has spotted him and has gone back into hiding. And that'll allow Davcost to take another shot. He'll actually miss that one, but he won't miss twice.
I don't know how Spy Leader can justify walking so long in that situation. Like, his teammates in the most danger. Like, there's like exclamation marks coming out of the top of his head. He's got like 2 players to watch out for. He sees one that he can't kill. He just missed the most important nade of his life, and the op is still on the table, and Spy Leader is just like strolling through Long B, not even like, technically on a flank.
Yeah, he was on the museum tour, right? He paid for it. He's gonna sit through the tour.
But I think it was because he should have got that kill on Dav, and then they could have worked in the 2v1, and like maybe a lurk frag could have came out. But yeah, like that nade should have definitely done the job, and it didn't.
Yeah, to take an unfortunate bounce off the trees. The amount of times I've thrown grenades, especially into this tree at A that we see from Davcost on Cobble, is pretty infuriating. But there you have it. FlipSid, they have taken some damage, but they're all still alive, and I've said it the last 2 rounds. The out from Davcost still on the field, and that seems to be the problem here for eFrag. What's keeping them from closing it out, but once again being fairly forceful here. They've got MKL just on the Tech 9. Sort of a okay amount of grenades and 4 AKs, and they're working it out towards B once more. It looks like over towards the drop is Spy Leader, and indeed it is. See if he walks off the drop on this one, as Dreamer will find the opener here onto World Edit. Oh, NKL and Spy Leader just getting shut down though. Victor finds one more and got into the 3-on-3 HP advantage over to the Terrorist. Oh, and Victor gonna find another. Davcost, he'll have to do it again. This will be, what, the 3rd time in a row that it's come down to him winning around here with his op. Blade, of course, still up to help him out. But this one's gonna be tough. The bomb's been planted in this case. That changes the tables a little bit. And Davcost shot in the back from Bubble, and it'll be eFrag winning combo 16-9 and taking the series 2-0. So surprising us and surprising the community as those odds were 62 to FlipSide, 38 to EFrag looking at CSGO Lounge.
Yeah, sick performance. Like, this EFrag just does such a good job. Obviously, I think the keywords, the words in the word cloud right now for positive things to note about how EFrag played was they just did a great job trading. They had excellent sight hold. A lot of the times their rotations were correct, and they made great adjustments towards the end of halves. And I think really earned their victories on both maps. I think 2 maps that we didn't, neither of us expected them to win. So going above and beyond to take out a team that I think was a little bit more of a favorite than they were.
Yeah, if EFrag were going to win a map, I mean, I expected it to be Cash, but my prediction was still FlipSide taking it 2-0. So I thought that FlipSide hadn't seen these 2 teams play yet. I obviously have cast most of the pro placement, so I knew that EFrag are clearly a team to watch out for, but FlipSide has also been playing very well. But clearly, EFrag are that team to watch out for. They're going to move on, and it's a big congratulations to them. They're going to get into that Pro League along with Kingwin, a team that EFrag has proved they can play pretty well against, even head-to-head in a full best-of-3. So even going into the series, which we'll go back to that best-of-2 format round robin, I mean, EFrag have a pretty good chance to do well in the season and maybe even get into that, 3rd spot for LAN.
Yeah, oh, yeah, for sure. I think they're one of the favorites for sure.
Especially since Navi and VP have already qualified for the LAN, so they don't have to play in the season. So that takes 2 strong teams, right out of the regular season. So a lot of teams are looking for the top 3, I would expect.
Nice.
And that's that. That's all we've got for the European coverage, guys. We hope you have enjoyed. And of course, once again, congrats to Kingwin and EFrag for moving on and getting into the Pro League. And FlipSide missing out on it 2 seasons in a row. So that's got to be pretty rough for them. But that being said, I do like what I'm seeing from FlipSide, especially with Davkos. I think he's pretty much proven, even though they lost those, he's very, very key to this team. He's very good and be the newest player on the team. And pretty young. I think he's only 19. Maybe old data, it could be 20, but still, he's pretty young and he's doing a great job alongside some veterans there. So I'm looking to see more from them. And now we've got to do the house cleaning. If you guys watching out here, the viewers, want to get involved in competitive Counter-Strike Global Offensive, head over to CEVO.com/season8. You can sign up. We've got a few free divisions and a whole bunch of premium divisions, multiple skill levels as well. You can find the one that suits you, either amateur or intermediate. So make sure to go and take a look at that, CEVO.com/season8. And if you want to get involved in esports, perhaps a career, go to CEVO.com/jobs. We're looking for broadcast talent. That's myself and Launders. Producers, that would be Alex, who's with us today. In-game cameramen, such as Hurricane, who is doing the work today. And video editors, of which we have none at the current moment. So that could be you. Go to CEVO.com/jobs and look at the listings. And now we're done for the day. So thanks for watching here. That concludes the pro placements for Europe for Season 8. Until next time, peace.